Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here, I have already discussed about that things with you, how can delete this data. So right now from here you can also insert this data, you can edit this data, and also you can delete it. So now in this video I want to do in our database table that have already I inserted this data, right? So now I want to read this data and I want to visible it in our home page. So to the home page here, I want to visible it, right? So if you want to visible it, first of all, you have to understand where exactly our home route. So if you go to our route, if you go to our web route, into the web route here, I already load one of the view page. You can see there is a return view, our home page. So that is our home page, right? So that is our home page. So now I want to do in our, if you go to our home page, that means the view home, into the view, and that is our home. And to the home page here, you can see friend, that is actually our all that about section. So that is our about title, that is a short description, and that is our long description, right? So now here I want to pass this data. So if you want to pass it, before I have already passed that our brand data. So now I want to also do the same things. Here I take another variable. I take another variable as a about as, okay, abouts. And then with right now I'm using that query builder. So with this DB and then table, from which table you want to get this data? I want to get this data from our this table, that is our home about table, right? So now I copy it and here it will be our home about. Perfect. So from to this position I get this data. So now I want to get this data. So that will be as a get, right friend? So here we simply use that query builder. So with this query builder, there is a DB table. I get this data and that is I would get this data and take the things with this variable. And now this data, I want to pass it in our home page. So before I have passed that brand page, brand. So right now I also want to pass another one. I want to pass another one as about, right? So that means this all the data right now in our particular this variable, and here I pass it in our home page. So now we can actually access, that means we can use this variable data and we can access it in our home page. Now go to our home blade, and to the home blade, that is our title. So right now I want to make it as a dynamic. So here I remove it. It will be with our this about. That means with our this about variable, here I want to load our title field name as a title, right? So if you go to the structure, and that is our field name as a title, I copy it and here I want to visible the title. And also I want to visible our short description. So that will be as a short description and that will be our long description, right? So better right now that is all the static data. I remove it. Okay, I remove it and then here I paste it. So with this about, I want to access our short description. So that will be as a short description, and then here I want to visible our long description. I copy it and here I name it as a long description. Okay, so here you have to add it. So friend, here from to this position I get all the data. So when you actually get all the data, then you can actually use that get, right? But right now here I want to get our specific one data. That means first data I want to get. So if you want to add that first data, then you have to change it. Here you have to make it as a first, right? So here I have already discussed about that things with you. When you actually get a specific one row data, then you have to use that first. When you get all the data, then you have to use that as all. Okay. So right now here I only want to get our first ID data. So now if you insert anyone, then it will be only get this first ID data. Okay. So here that is actually our first. For the reasons here I am updated that part as a first data, and now this first data I pass it with our in our home page. And to the home page with this area, I want to update it every field. So that is our all that field. So now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all and now go our home page. Now click as a refresh. Yes, now you can see friend, now every data actually successfully comes from our database. You can see that it's really easy, there is a easy, and there is also easy. That means everything is now successfully getting this data from the database, and now it's visible on here. Okay friend, so everything is looking great. And now if you updated this part again, as I click as a edit, so here I want to make it as a only this name. I also want to make it as updated as only this name, and that will be our description. Sorry, I copy it, and now I want to add another one that will be our long description. And after that, if you click as update, so that is now successfully updated. And now if you go here, click as a refresh, yeah, you can see it's now successfully updated. I hope, friend, you can well understand about it, how everything is now you can actually manage it from your admin. That means in your admin panel, that is our about, that is the home about. So from to this position, now you can update it to your home page. That means this portion. Okay, that is our about portion. So right now our slider is totally dynamic. So right now you can update your slider from your backend. So that is our slider. So also there is another one is updated as the about portion. So this portion is also comes from our admin panel. So friend, now your task is to make updated this service page. So here you have to create one of the database field, and here you have to add some of the title, and there's some of the short description, right? So I think, friend, that should be very much easy to you. How can do that work? I hope you can do that work. You have to add this in one of the page, and into the service page area you have to create one of the table. Into the table you have to create one of the title and the description. So that is your task to make it as a dynamic. So that is also another one as a portfolio. So friend, in our next video I want to update this portfolio page. I have also make it dynamic as a brand. So that means brand section is now totally dynamic. So if you want to update that portfolio, how can do that work? In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.